And so we're seeing, plastics of different colors and different geometries, these beads and the filaments again. And we don't know yet what the composition of the plastic is, but I think even knowing what we knew about the occurrence of plastic in ice and the ubiquity of plastic, for us it was kind of a punch to the stomach to see what looked like a normal sea ice core in such a beautiful, pristine environment, but just chock full of this material, which is completely foreign to the environment. So we collected, over the course of a couple of days, we collected some plastic from some pretty thick ice, some ice that was about 8 feet in thickness. And so this was ice that started out in the Central Arctic, came down through Nares Strait by Greenland, and then got pushed into the Lancaster Sound last year in 2018. So it was still there waiting for us in 2019. And when we went to sample it, we thought we were going to need quite a bit. So we started off basically taking that entire core and concentrating it down to a concentrated solution in order to be able to see how much plastic was in there. It turned out there was so much plastic that you could look at it with your naked eye and just see all of the beads and the fibers and the filaments sitting there in the bottom of the containers.
We have been able to sample ice cores from multi-year ice and from first-year ice here in the Canadian archipelago, and I think this is the first time that we can show people the presence of microplastic in this area.
Since 2014, it's been known that plastic is appearing in sea ice. It's been found in the Central Arctic, in the Beaufort Gyre, and in the Eurasian basin. And so we were curious to know whether similar occurrences of plastic would happen in the Northwest Passage. So when we went out the other day, we landed on a multi-year ice floe. This was a very thick floe, something like 2.5 meters or 8 feet thick. And that was the core that Alessandra and Jacob condensed the other day. And then they took a subsample. So just with a very small subsample of that core, they were able to find an impressive amount of plastic, different types, different colors. At the micro scale, basically, where we used to just see plankton and zooplankton, now we're seeing quite a bit of plastic, both in the seawater, but now in the sea ice itself. And that's one thing that's interesting about sea ice. It's kind of a concentrator of everything that's in the water. It's known to concentrate algae, because even after the ice forms, you actually get continual flushing of seawater through the ice, and in that process you tend to build up more nutrients, more algae, but also apparently you start to build up microplastics as well.